All right, so hey guys, I'm gonna give you guys my match review of Honduras nil, USA 1. Now, I'll be honest with you guys. I'll be honest. This was very disappointing. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say right now. And that this was a game in which USA played. I expected a lot more. And for me, this is the type of performance that we could have. This is the type of game that we could have easily gone to penalties because obviously, if it ended 0-0 after regulation, it would have gone straight to penalties, and that for me would have been very interesting to see what would happen. Because Honduras, for me, man, they played pretty dang well. I was really impressed with how they played. I thought for me, Ellis was pretty good. Lozano for them was good, and I think for them the how Honduras played this game was commendable to say the least. And you have to give them a round of applause for putting that kind of effort. As for the USA, okay, I have to say the best player for the day for the USA was probably Gino Reyna. I thought he was probably the most creative player. He was one that was springing the attacks. He had some great chances. I remember there was that one really amazing chance he could have easily had scored, and it could have been a very different story. And obviously, his finishing wasn't that great. Christian Pulisic, for me, was very isolated today. I didn't really see too much of him. He had that one great chance, and unfortunately, the keeper saved it. Sargent, for me, was basically, I didn't really see much of him. I don't think Josh Sargent had really a good game. Now, it should be worth noting that Josh Sargent was very critical in that Honduras nearly opened the scoring, and he did a goal line clearance, which was a huge moment in the game. And obviously, had that gone in, it could have been a very different story, and it was the first half, I thought he was very good in that sense, that goal line clearance. Other than that, I didn't think it was that great. I think for me, Weston McKennie was good. I think it was pretty decent. UAL was okay. I suppose Leggett was okay. Robinson had a great pass to, I believe it was a Josh Sargent. He had a great chance to score with a header, and I think he missed it. John Brooks, I think, was decent on the day. McKenzie, I thought was okay. And Dest for me was okay. As Stefan, man. Stefan made some big saves this match, guys. Stefan made some big 1v1 saves, guys. And it goes to show guys how important Zach Stefan is for this team. And that without Zach Stefan, guys, we could have easily lost this game, And for me, this performance for me is such an interesting performance in that this performance for me was encouraging. This performance for me was very disappointing, and I think that's the main underlining theme I have here is that it was a very disappointing performance, and that if USA plays like that against Mexico, by the way, guys, Mexico did just win on penalties against Costa Rica 5-4. I do believe they're going to get destroyed, and I saw Mexico had some great chances to score, and I feel like for me, if Mexico do that kind of thing against USA, we're going to lose the final. We're going to lose the final, and I told you guys before, guys, that at this point, just making the final is expected, but to win the final is a massive direction. Because for me, this kind of performance for me is simply unacceptable. It's simply unacceptable, and we have to improve upon that, And I look at this game in particular, you're telling me that the U.S. has 10 shots, 4 on target, and had to take a last minute winner to win it, And for me, it was a very big goal. So it all started from John Brooks. John Brooks had an amazing, basically he did a cross into the box. Aronson basically puts that pass with his head, and basically the substitute came on. His name is, I believe, Siebatcheu. He came on and he scored the goal with his head, and it's the 89th minute, and it won us the game, guys. It was a huge goal indeed, and obviously it was a big massive goal indeed, and I thought that goal for me was a very huge goal indeed. Aronson gets the assist, and it was a really big goal on the grand scheme of things. So in my opinion, I thought it was a very big goal, and I think for me, when that goal was massive, and that it took a late goal for us to win this game, And in my opinion, I've told you guys before that Greg Welcher, for me, I don't know if he's the man for the job, and I still have some question marks over his continuity. Obviously, there's really no point to discuss about whether he's going to continue or not, because he probably is going to continue. And like I said before, guys, I don't think there's any great manager out there in the market that we can get and replace him immediately. I don't think there's anyone that's completely ideal, that's free right now, that's not coaching a current club/international. So perhaps in a sense, it's probably not worth discussing his continuity, because I'm pretty sure it's going to stay. And for me, this is a performance that, like I said before, guys, we're going to have to improve upon this, especially if you want to beat Mexico. Like I said before, guys, that Mexico think, in my opinion, was pretty good. Like, they looked pretty solid. And let me show you guys how they performed. So they won on 5-4 on penalties. Obviously, you can tell right here, guys. And you look at the stats. They got 13 shots, 4 on target, roughly about the same as ours. We got 10 shots, 4 on target. And you look at the lineup. They got Chu on goal. We know how great of a goalkeeper is. Edson Alvarez, we know how to great. He's a good defender. Herrera as well is a great player. Lozano as well. Linus. And for me, the real thing that Mexico really liked was a striker. I think that's, for me, is a big striker position, and that had they had a proper number 9, a really good number 9 like a Raul Jimenez, anything as a player like his caliber, I think they could have easily had won this game. And I think, for me, they really rushed their chances they had. And so, yeah, I didn't really watch too much of this game, so I'm not really sure what happened. I think I just watched the penalty shootout, so perhaps, in the sense, you guys can tell me in the comments section below how that game went. But anyways, back to USA. Like I said before, guys, it's very, very important that we ensure that we play much better than this. Because like I said before, guys, just reaching the final isn't good enough for me. That I want to win the final. Win the final for me is very important. And like I said before, guys, it's very interesting. It's there. I think we if we play like this, I don't think we're gonna win the final. Just simply put. So like I said before, guys, that's pretty much it. I could go on and on, discuss the other moments in the game. I don't really particularly all remember too much. Like I said, Ellis I thought was pretty good for Honduras on the day. Lozano I think was good. Anthony Lozano. Let me see, what's his name? Anthony Lozano. I thought he was pretty good. He plays for Cadiz, I believe. So yeah, he was pretty good. Let me see who the goalkeeper is. Luis Lopez. Yeah, I thought he was pretty good as well. I think he played well. And yeah, man, as I said before, guys, I think it's a performance that is definitely something that we need to improve upon. And I feel like, for me, the best part of I think defensively we were good for the most part, I suppose, even though Honduras had some good chances. And I just think, for me, the attack has been really problematic. I feel like, for me, that attack has really been the huge problem for me, that we don't really have enough chemistry. And as I said before, guys, chemistry is very, very important, especially for international. And especially off the ball movement, I didn't think we had the best. So I would like to see Greg Berhalter start give Timothy Weah a chance. I would love for Timothy Weah to get a chance, because I know pretty sure he's a good striker for Lille, I think. I would have loved to see Yunus Musa. So, yeah, man, I think overall it was a good performance. I think it's a decent performance, but as I said before, guys, it's not one that's encouraging. And I would say I'm more disappointed than I am happy, because, like I said before, guys, but we got to keep this in mind. As much as we want to be disappointed at all, this is the first time. This is a back of the long season. Obviously, a lot of these players are still relatively young. And like I said before, guys, this is going to take time to develop. It's not going to be easy. Like I said before, guys, this is our first competitive game in like a very long time. We haven't played a competitive game in a very long time. And so it's understandable that the players were not at their best today. And the performance was disappointing, But at the end of the day, guys, we can't use that excuse. This will only work for maybe these kind of games. But when it came to the big games, especially in the Gold Cup, that is not a valid excuse, because by then we'll have some good games. We'll have already played the Nations League. We'll already have played some friendlies. And so by then we should be at our optimal best. And I really do expect us to make a deep run and hopefully win either of these competitions. I think if we could win either of these competitions, it would be a great summer indeed. And just accepting losing twice the final would be very, very sad indeed. So I'm really hoping that we can get the W indeed. Obviously, I'll do my pre-match preview for you guys tomorrow, by the way, guys. And today, guys, I'll be doing 2 live streams today, guys. I've already scheduled it. So one is at 11:20 a.m., which I'll be discussing the Barcelona season review, and I'll have a special guest on that for that, and then as well as the Eintracht Frankfurt football manager. We'll see whether or not I have my job. We'll see whether or not I'm safe from the sack. It's gonna be some interesting stuff, guys. I'll keep delivering you guys the content, and like I said before, guys, we got some videos coming up, guys. We're going to get a lot of videos coming up this week. So I hope you guys remember, comment, like, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think about the comments below. What do you guys think of this performance? Because like I said before, guys, I'm really curious to see what you guys think. Because in my opinion, I didn't think this was the best performance ever. So, and yeah, man. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to comment, subscribe, check out my description for my Twitter, Discord, and my email. And remember, guys, tell me in the comments below if there's any big moments I missed in the game, because I'm pretty sure there might have been some moments I forgot to mention. And like I said before, guys, it's difficult to mention every single thing, especially in a concise video like this. So take care, guys. Peace out.